this this section is about seeing how we perceive Shanghai and what's going on over there. But after Lee and I had a little discussion, we figure it's better or more fruitful for all of us if we can share something more general that's happening in the overall world, but we see it in Shanghai. So because I'm from the cryptocurrency and decentralized finance or DeFi industry, what I will be sharing is, what is this trend of decentralization, what it really means, right? And what is really happening behind the scenes. Okay, so within the crypto industry, there's this slogan that, everyone just wants to decentralize everything, right? It's become almost religious. And people are just saying, oh, okay, let's decentralize everything for the sake of it, right? Because decentralized is good and centralized is bad, right? People are just saying that. But as an innovator or someone that tries to improve the industry, only having that kind of recognition is not enough, it's not sufficient, because we cannot analyze based on solely a sentiment, right? We need to understand what is truly going on behind this movement and what it really means. So the impact of distributed information system, and that is what we say, that's what really means to say decentralization, right? And let me give you one very intuitive example of how information being distributed can actually create value, right? And that's why there's this whole industry right now about it, right? So imagine, right, if you can see on the left corner, there's a piece of book, right? Imagine if you have this piece of book, right? Only one piece, and it's in the library, right? Only one piece in the world and is stored in the library. And there are only these very small number of people that can access it. And thus, the value this book can provide is very limited, right? But on the other hand, if you imagine there's a piece of information, right? It's online, say in Wikipedia, right? And then suddenly, because it is on internet, everyone that has a computer, that has a mobile phone, that can connect to the internet can access it, right? So the same piece of information, if stored in a single piece of book or on internet, the value it can generate is vastly different. And so the same goes for information systems, right? We just used a piece of information as an example, right? If you guys are familiar with, say, any decentralized databases or operating systems, say, I'm sure we've all heard of Bitcoin, right? It's been really hot in the recent years, probably due to its price increase and stuff, right? All of these different cryptocurrency or say distributed databases, right? What they allow is they allowed distributed storage of information, right? And based on that, distributed operations of functions are thus allowed, right? Say, for instance, if I'm doing an application, right, for say providing a service, right, and I need to host that service on a server, say, in a traditional sense, if I do that and my server is my home computer, and say one day if there's an earthquake or there's a fire in the building, right, then there's no electricity, and my computer goes dead, and then the service is down, right? The service availability is not good. I cannot ensure a good service availability, right? So now with all of these distributed databases, right, we can store information in different pieces in different places and have them function independently. So this is to say, if I want to run a dApp or run an application on a distributed network, right? If one server is down, I still have 99 server left. So the service availability for my application is greatly improved. And this is one of the most prominent reasons why the blockchain industry and the distributed industry right now is so hot, right? People can provide a better product. And the second point I want to talk about is that within this industry, we see a lot of means to make things more efficient. And one of them is, through traditional automation, right? And in the crypto industry, what we see is people are making things automated. We're making self-executing codes, and oftentimes we call that smart contracts. And let me give an example. Say in the traditional world of say social contract, right? If there's a service platform, right? A company, there's the employer, and then there's the employees. If you're an employee, you wish to go to a company to provide service and get rewards, right? You need to meet the HR, right? Human resource personnel, right? And they're going to talk to you and say if you're a fit for this position. And a lot of resources are being utilized within this process. And a lot of them are not necessary, but needed in the current circumstances. However, in the crypto world, because it is a digital world and most things are expressed in code. So this role of HR is being replaced by smart contract or self-executing codes. Let me give you an example. Say there's an application on, say, Ethereum, a blockchain network, right? And there's an application on Ethereum that provides a kind of service to the mass, and anyone can basically come to that platform and say, oh, okay, I wish to provide service and get my rewards. And anyone can do that. There's no HR anymore. And there's this very famous slogan saying, don't trust, verify. In the crypto world, there's no more trusting. People don't need to trust because it's all digital. The only thing you need to do is to verify, right? You don't need HR, but if you can do the job well, then you will get rewarded more. But if you can't really do the job, then you will get kicked out of the group and you will get no reward. It is really that simple. Another change that we're witnessing in the crypto industry is that the rise of decentralized autonomous organizations, or so-called DAOs, right? I think we can all recognize that the traditional social contract of someone working 8 hours a day, say in a company, right? I signed a contract with the company, I work there for 8 hours a day, and I get paid a certain amount. It's not necessarily the most fulfilling way for one to work and to unleash one's potential, right? However, there are not many other opportunities for individuals to pursue in the traditional world. Right now in the crypto world, so the things work, they work like this. If you start a project, most people would do it in a way that allows other people on the network or on the internet to also participate and get a reward. So essentially everyone's a co-founder, right? How much you get from the project is based on how much you contribute. And this way, it really lowers the hurdle and everyone can contribute. People can contribute, say, 2 hours a week, right? And get 2 hours worth of rewards. So it's really, there's really no entry barrier for one to fulfill their potential in the crypto world. And talking about different DAOs, let me just give you 2 examples. On the left, I think this guy, many of you can recognize, this is Elon Musk, and he's holding a physical representation of the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin itself is a huge decentralized autonomous organization, as it has no owner, right? There's only this one GitHub repository that hosts all the codes. Everyone, all the coders in the world can contribute to it, right? If you hold the stake in the system and you contribute to it, you can make a difference and you can get benefits. And on the right, this is a rather new innovation called Uniswap. It's a decentralized trading platform of digital assets, of fungible tokens, put it that way. And this one is a very small company. They only have an employee of less than 10 people, but currently their market cap is in the billions. They have less than 10 employees, but their market cap is in the billions, a unicorn. What they did is that they opened the doors for everyone. Everyone can contribute, right? Everyone can say, oh, I have an idea, let's do this, right? Everyone can propose governance proposals, right, to make the platform better, right? And everyone can benefit from it financially.
Thank you very much, Michael. We need quickly to move now to...
Okay, yeah, it's the last part, really.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, 1 minute, let me finish. So after the 3 parts are finished, we talk about how work efficiency is being improved within the crypto industry, and I'm sure it is also the case across many other industries, right? And there's this old saying, it's been there for years, right? That AI is gonna, steal all of our jobs, and people are gonna have no work in the future, right? So what are we gonna do? Right now, this is already a case. People don't need to spend 8 hours a day stuck in the office and doing their work. They can spend like 3-4 hours a day, right? Contributing in a decentralized autonomous organization and get paid the same amount, right? So what do we do with this, all the time we have left, right? All the time we now have free, right? So I guess the open question from my presentation is that, will this trend of automation and this higher efficiency and people having more free time bring us complete dystopia where, the whole economy in the future is based on, our attention as that's our only asset, right? That being farmed, or will, this society become something completely not recognizable, say, where we'll all go for spiritual needs, right? So I don't know the answer. If you do, please let me know.
Thank you.